again, both guys coming in great shape. You know, I expect AHSAN probably to be the better wrestler. Joe's going to look to land those big shots, man. He likes to come in and get, like I said, get right in that fight and land some big shots.
All right, here we go. Round number 1 in the featherweight division.
No touch
Joe
with the gloves.
Pingatore in the black, AHSAN Abdullah in the white trunks. You see Joe's boxing background shining, the head movement.
Moves his head a lot, level changes a lot.
Nice left hook there.
AHSAN seems like more of a straight-up boxer, you know what I mean? He wants to get right into that range and land his punches. Pingatore's a little bit more elusive as you see him coming in and out. He's very light on his feet. There's that big overhand right that he likes to throw. But he's going to get right into the pocket to land those. Joe being a little bit shorter of a guy. AHSAN looks very composed though here. You know, good jab. Nice combination.
You might see Pingatore throw a couple of leg kicks just to keep him honest.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Not be too one-dimensional.
But you see AHSAN throwing a lot of leg kicks, especially that front kick.
Solid overhand left by Abdullah. Maybe caught Pingatore by surprise.
Pingatore
1 minute
moving around a real lot here.
Into this round. Pingatore, again, like you said, light on his feet, bouncing around the canvas.
Yep, nice leg kick. He likes to throw that double jab, too, and come in with that overhand over the top, Pingatore. Being a shorter guy, he can surprise a lot of people and land that punch. But AHSAN's got really good defense. He keeps his hands up. He keeps his chin down.
He keeps everything tucked in close. It's really hard to penetrate that defense. Nice jab that time, too.
Nice leg kick again.
So Abdullah's showing some signs of boxing ability and background as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I haven't seen him fight before, so. Good jab of the body. Level changing a lot, trying to keep him guessing. Ooh, nice left hook. Joe's still moving around a lot. Comes in and out a lot, so it's hard to hit guys like that. Big left hook by Joe. AHSAN's doing a great job with his footwork, though, coming in and out with that jab. Nice right hand straight down the pipe. I'd like to see him go back to those leg kicks, though. He landed a lot of those earlier in that fight.
You know, and Pingatore with his jab really preventing Abdullah from trying to shoot for a takedown at this point.
True, and it's hard for guys to land a lot of leg kicks because Joe keeps coming in and out using his feet. He's very light on his feet. It's hard to, you know, you got to time leg kicks right. Like I said before, you got to time with that jab. I think that's the best way to do it. So it's hard to time when he comes in and out like that.
You know, both players have done a nice job establishing that jab early on.
Big uppercut, big left hook by Pingatore.
Halfway through the opening round.
Good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of those jabs. He looks like he's still, you know, he's trying to find the range. Nice uppercut.
Another one.
Now Pingatore comes lunging in. He'll leave that double jab out there, but when he wants to throw that right hand, he's stepping right in.
And he does so without leaving himself open for a counterpunch. He certainly doesn't fly too wide. Comes
because you see him. You see when he throws that jab or that lead uppercut, he gets his head way out of there.
Exactly.
But AHSAN's doing a good job. He's covering up really well. He's got a great stance here. You know, his chin's down, his hands are up. He's throwing good combinations.
Yeah, he's done a nice job with the jab and doesn't really appear too phased and doesn't seem all that unwilling to exchange with Joe.
It's like two different styles of standing up. Joe's the more elusive guy. He's the more, you know, straightforward, straight punches kind of a guy.
Just under 2 minutes ago in this opening round. Big left hand by Abdullah. That caught his attention.
Yeah, right at the end of it, too. Right at the end of that punch. Joe's got to be careful and keep his chin down. And AHSAN's going back to those leg kicks. See, those leg kicks keep him guessing. But again, if Joe eats one of those, he can go right in there and land a good shot.
He may have to be willing to absorb a little damage in order to inflict
But that's the thing. If you can't land that shot, those leg kicks will take a big toll.
Nice
Here comes Joe. This is where Joe is at his best. When he gets guys moving backwards and he's on the prowl, that's where Joe becomes really dangerous. Good job faking. AHSAN's starting to change his levels a little bit too. It's a great fight so far between these two guys, both showing really good stand-up skills.
Yeah, great stand-up early on. Pingatore have been very aggressive. Abdullah willing to exchange. Under a minute to go in round number 1.
Good jab. See, Joe's got to keep staying aggressive and get him moved backwards. Ooh, big right hand.
That right hand rocks Pingatore, but he pops right back up on his feet.
Now right here, he's going to look to recover. He's probably going to try to stay against the fence. Doesn't want to get taken down, but he's going to recover a little bit.
This may be Abdullah's chance to step
This is going to be Abdullah's chance to either take him down or to separate and try to keep hitting him. Here he gets the underhook here. Joe looks fine. It looks like he's recouped. Pushes off and sets back. Ooh, nice knee by Abdullah right out of the clinch.
Yeah, unfortunately for Abdullah, that one came kind of late.
Yep.
doesn't have a lot of time to set anything up at this point.
But Joe's right back, bouncing around, coming in and out. Nice head kick. See, but he's got to watch out because when he comes in, he's really aggressive. He leaves his chin out there. Great first round.
Absolutely.
It's a tough one to score. With AHSAN dropping him with that punch, it's probably going to go to AHSAN for that first round.
All right, end of round number 1. AHSAN Abdullah and Joe Pingatore in the featherweight division. Let's listen into Joe Pingatore's corner.
Ready? Listen, hey, same thing as Chan, all right? When you feint and you throw your jab and he counters, he's missing wide and he's leaving himself open. Feint, throw your jab. When he throws, step, boom, boom, 1-2, or one uppercut.
Great advice here by Luis Felix. He's saying to stick with those feints, stick with those level changes, because every time he throws a feint, he's getting AHSAN to throw punches back at him.
Take a look at that
There's
right
the replay,
hand.
yeah, the overhand right just caught him, but he bounces right back up, does the right thing by going right to the clinch and driving him to the cage.
Absolutely.
Smart move by Joe.
All right, just about ready for round number 2.
I'm going to look for AHSAN to probably do the same thing. I would expect him to mix a little bit more of those leg kicks in. And for Joe, he's probably going to start feinting a lot more to try to get him to throw and he can counter. Because Joe, being the shorter guy, needs to get in the pocket a little bit more to land his punches. So when he feints, AHSAN's going to move forward. He's going to be right in the pocket for those overhands and those big uppercuts that he likes to throw.
Okay, round 2. AHSAN Abdullah, Joe Pingatore. Abdullah in the white trunks with the black trim.
As you can see him feinting down with those level changes, using his hands, using his legs to come down. Both guys trying to establish a jab. There you go. Nice leg kick by AHSAN. Another nice leg kick to the inside. Joe's still feinting, still moving his feet a lot.
Yeah, still very light on his feet.
Yep, still pouring that jab.
Nice.
There's another switch step
Nice
overhand.
overhand left that time.
It's good. Little shots like that, mixing it up, keep the guys guessing.
Well, they certainly add up, Greg, over the course of a fight. We'll see if Pingatore can rack up enough to maybe get Abdullah to drop his guard.
Nice
Now
body
trying to work
shot.
the body, yeah.
That's smart. Keep the level change and keep him guessing. Now he's turning to a lefty southpaw stance, trying to switch things up. Nice left hand. Now he's back to the righty stance. Nice leg kick. AHSAN starts going to the body with the right hand. Joe's still moving. AHSAN still got that good stance. Very tough, nice double jab coming forward.
I've been impressed with Abdullah's stand-up game. He's really opening
Absolutely,
up here, too, in
yeah,
the
absolutely.
second round.
And the leg kicks are going to be a big factor.
Yep.
He's starting to throw another switch kick to the body. Joe's nose looks a little bit bloodied up. He's starting to land that jab. AHSAN's he's not a lot longer, but he's longer. As you can see, he's beating him to the punch with that long jab. Joe's still moving. He's got to go back to what he did in the first round, coming in and out like that. He did just there, just slipping and going. Feint, throw, and slip, and get out of there. And then he can counter.
3 minutes to go in round number 2.
Nice jab again.
Abdullah seems to be stopping him dead in his
Yep,
tracks. with
another
the
nice
jab.
body shot. See, but when Joe slips out, he's just a little bit shorter with that reach, so AHSAN's getting out of the way.
Pingatore's nose bloody.
Another nice kick. He's definitely trying to loosen up that front leg of Pingatore, because then Joe's not going to be able to move around as much. There's another leg kick.
Yeah, he's
As you
mixing
can
it up
see,
nicely.
as he keeps landing these, if Joe doesn't get out of the way, Joe's not going to be bouncing around as much.
No. That will definitely
Yep.
inflict damage on the legs over the course of 3 rounds. And as you get into the latter stage of that
Absolutely.
fight, it's real
It's a
tough to do
key
this.
factor if you can land a lot of leg kicks in a fight, because it slows your opponent down big time. See, now Joe's starting to stand a little bit more flat-footed. He's not bouncing around as much. There he goes. Nice jab. I'd like to see Joe double that jab up. He's got to get into a closer range than that. See, AHSAN's a lot longer, so he can land those jabs at distance and still catch Joe. As you can see, because his nose is starting to be a little bit bloody.
Yeah, it's definitely been a factor in round number 2.
Absolutely,
Another
nice
stiff jab.
Both these guys landing good jabs. Nice body kick. See, those kicks to the liver, the switch kicks, really, they can definitely take a toll too as well. Nice liver kick as well. Joe fires right back. Good
Great stand-up here in round 2.
Great
Greg.
stand-up exchanges. Neither one of these guys is too aggressive. They're both kind of keeping their composure, but landing, one guy goes, the other guy goes. And another big lead uppercut from Joe Pingatore here. But you see how AHSAN is just really stalking. He's got a a great stance. He's very hard to hit, and Joe's still moving all over the place here.
It certainly seemed early on that Joe's boxing might be the deciding factor, but Abdullah's really shown great technical work.
Yeah, Joe's throwing a lot of overhands, and he's throwing a lot of big hooks like that. But AHSAN really does a good job covering up. He keeps his chin tucked and his hands up, so it's hard to hit him. But now he's countering Joe when he throws these big shots. Joe's flicking that jab up, but he's got to double that up, and he's got to get into that punching range. He's got to get in the pocket if he's going to land a big shot. He's just coming up short with all these punches he's throwing. Nice spinning back fist.
Spinning backhand by Pingatore catches him off guard. Final minute of round number 2.
Very close round here, but AHSAN's starting to put it on a little bit.
A series of big rights by Abdullah. Now Pingatore just trying to grab hold and drive him into the cage.
He could try to take him down. You got 30 seconds left. This could be a deciding factor in this round. Joe's got to win this round. He doesn't want to go down 2 rounds to none.
A takedown could certainly swing.
A takedown will definitely seal this round for whoever gets it, I would think.
24 seconds. We'll see if somebody can make a bold move here and possibly swipe this round on the judges' scorecards.
And Joe just seems like he's kind of wrestling a little bit here. Now he's trying to get up. AHSAN grabbed onto the cage with his left hand.
Referee let him
now
know
Joe
about
spins
it.
him back. Looking for a single leg.
That's it for round number 2.
Very tough round to score. I'm going to have to say AHSAN might have got the better of some of those exchanges. He started to land a lot more leg kicks in that round, which is something that I think is going to be a big factor in this last round. Joe just seems to be coming up a little bit short with his punches. I think he needs to double up on that jab and get more into the pocket to land those punches, being the shorter guy.
All right, let's listen into Abdullah's corner.
It's not. Listen to me. Listen to me. Fake that left. Look at me. Fake. Boom. And a hard-ass right hand, okay? Flick the jab. Even if it doesn't hit, chop the leg. You hear what I'm saying?
Excellent advice coming from the bump star corner.
Throw the right hand. Fake the left hand. Land the kick, okay? Listen to me.
Now the first 2 rounds, AHSAN, he's stuck with the 1-2s, he's stuck with the jabs, he's stuck with the right hands. So now he's telling him to mix it up. He's saying fake the jab, throw the right hand, fake the jab, throw the leg kick. That's excellent advice. And if he does this in this round, it's going to be something different that Joe's never seen.
If he's able to switch it up in the 3rd and final round, Pingatore obviously desperate at this point. It really could be a deciding factor.
Absolutely. That second round is very tough to score. The judges could have seen something different than I did, but it's tough.
Well, I'm with you on that one. Here is the 3rd and final round of the featherweight division. Joe Pingatore of AHSAN Abdullah. We'll see if Pingatore has anything left in the tank.
Nice little flying knee, almost landed. I'd look for Pingatore to try to be a little bit more aggressive and get him backpedaling. Nice right hand, nice left hook. That's the range that he's got to be in. He's got to get in there to land those punches.
Still a lot of energy for Pingatore here.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are standing and traded, but it hasn't been a super fast-paced fight. It's kind of been like one guy goes, the next guy goes. But it's exciting to watch.
It certainly has been as good as advertised.
Absolutely. See, Pingatore's coming forward a lot more in this round. That's what he needs to do to land those shots. Oh, good right hand, good left hook.
And Abdullah really has to stick with that jab as his corner told him.
Stick with that jab and stick with those leg kicks. He did a great job landing those leg kicks. As you can see, Joe keeps picking up his front leg as he's trying to check him. Nice body kick. AHSAN seems to have a little blood coming under his eye, too. Joe landed the big left hook early in this round.
Yeah, both fighters bloodied and bruised here in this 3rd round, and it's only fitting with the shots they've been landing.
Yep. Joe's coming a little bit more forward. This is better for him. This is what he needs to do. Good body kick by Joe. Another nice return by AHSAN.
That blood coming under the right eye for AHSAN Abdullah.
Even when AHSAN comes in, Joe's got to counter. Once he's in that range, that's when he should be throwing. Good job, nice leg kick. Oh, nice overhand right by AHSAN. Joe likes it.
They've been exchanging in this 3rd round.
Yeah, absolutely. AHSAN's just getting the better of those jabs, but a big uppercut and hook.
Pingatore trying to open things up in this 3rd and final round. We'll see if it's too little too
Absolutely.
late.
He's trying to land that big shot. He's trying to mix things up with some different strikes.
The head kick almost gets through, partially blocked by Abdullah.
Yeah, Abdullah's very tough to hit. Keeps those hands up, keeps that chin tucked. Nice shot to the body. That big left hook upstairs misses. Abdullah hasn't thrown any really leg kicks in this round. It's very surprising.
Yeah, Pingatore has definitely been the aggressor thus far.
Absolutely, and he needs to. He needs to keep moving forward. Because in my eyes, he's down 2 rounds.
I agree. 2.5 to go. We're halfway through the final round.
AHSAN comes back with that leg kick, but misses. Nice to the body and upstairs. That level change is a big factor because when he lands to the body, he's going to get AHSAN to drop his hands a little bit. Then he can come upstairs.
You saw that one.
Nice body kick with a switch kick.
Finally, those kicks coming out of
the here comes AHSAN with those kicks.
Nice stiff
Now he
jab.
goes back to the jab. Every time AHSAN does that, he gets Joe to stop in his tracks, and he can start moving forward. Joe's got to come forward. 2 minutes left in this fight. He's got to win this round.
Big
nice
left-right combo.
And now he's got to keep following up with that. When he lands that, he's got to keep moving forward. Nice right hand. Lunges in a little bit and miss. But Joe's trying to be the aggressor. He's doing the right thing in this round.
Absolutely.
And AHSAN hasn't, his corner was telling him to throw a lot more leg kicks and a lot more feints and a lot more fakes, but he's, he hasn't really done much of that in this round.
It's been kind of a conservative round for Abdullah. Not to suggest that he's trying to sit on the lead.
But it could be anything. Something could have hurt his foot. Anything could happen.
Pingatore's aggressiveness may certainly be a factor in that as well.
Absolutely. Getting him to move backwards, when he was used to just staying in the center of the cage and landing that jab the whole, first 2 rounds.
1:20 to go. This one has been all action, all stand-up.
Absolutely. Great fight. Oh, Superman punch almost landed, too. Big left hook by Joe. Joe's got to start turning it on here.
Final minute, we'll see if Pingatore can empty the tank. Let his hands fly for just 60 more seconds.
Good long jab by AHSAN. He's still countering with that jab. Ooh, nice spinning back kick. Nice left hook. Joe's got to start moving forward here. See, AHSAN's just keeping his defense good and countering. He's not being aggressive. He's moving backwards, but he's not getting caught in anything.
Yeah, not a lot really getting through here.
Last 30 seconds of this fight, these guys are both throwing.
Slugging it out in the center of the cage. 30 seconds to go. It's been all an action-packed bout here in the featherweight division.
Joe's got to keep moving forward here. Keep moving forward. Yeah, as he blocks that kick. Nice check. Last 15 seconds, Joe's got to keep moving forward. AHSAN's doing the right thing, taking steps back, not taking any damage.
Pingatore tried with the spinning back fist. Eats a right hand. Head kick to end it. 3 exciting rounds in the books.
Very good fight.
Joe Pingatore and AHSAN Abdullah. Pingatore.
Excellent fight from both of these guys, you know what I mean? That's a great fight, to make a pro debut, and a great fight to have your second fight. And, you get a lot of experience out of a stand-up war like that, man.
Pingatore acknowledging his fan base on his way back to his corner. It's a tough fight to score, Greg. I think Pingatore is certainly the aggressor in that 3rd and final round, and maybe Abdullah sneaking this one out here, 2 rounds to 1. But we never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
That's a lot of times why
the judges always. That's why we're up here on the judges.
Exactly.
The judges always see something different.
As a fighter, you don't always. You really never want it to go to the scorecard.
No, absolutely, because you never know what's going to happen. But it's tough because nobody really went for a takedown. There was no grappling in this at all. It was just a striking affair. So, with that said, I'm going to have to go with AHSAN. I think he landed a lot more leg kicks in those first 2 rounds. I think he was a little bit longer, and he stuck and kept Joe at the end of his punches from the outside. And he landed the more significant strikes. In the 3rd round, though, Joe kind of put it on him and started to bloody him up a little bit.
He did. It was a very good 3rd round for Pingatore, but the first 2 rounds, maybe not enough.
The second round's a very tough one to call.
Yeah.
The first round, AHSAN dropped him with that punch. The second one's tough to call, so it could go either way. We'll see what the judges say. But I'm going to say AHSAN snuck that second round into and won the first 2.
Well, those close rounds, like you saw in round 1, it really only takes 1 knockdown that can swing the tide.
And that's exactly how AHSAN won that first round, is with that knockdown.
And now when you're allowed to score 10-8 rounds in the state of Rhode Island, that could be a deciding factor, too. I don't think there were any 10-8 rounds here in this fight, but that may play a factor down the road. But it's just something to keep in mind, certainly. But this one in the books, Joe Pingatore, AHSAN Abdullah in the featherweight division. Action-packed fight from start to finish. And in all honesty, you can almost score this like a boxing match.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was great.
With no takedowns whatsoever. We're going to see how the judges have it in just a second. But I was impressed with Abdullah's composure. We've seen a lot of that from these pro debut fighters that have been on this card both tonight and in shows past, where they haven't been too overzealous or too over-anxious. Abdullah really let the action come to him early on. I think once he settled into his groove, then he started to unload his game plan.
He was very patient. He seemed to control the distance very well. Joe had a tough time landing punches on him, and that makes Joe kind of be really aggressive coming forward, and it makes it easy for him to counterpunch. And every time he would counter, he would throw that leg kick. He landed a lot of those leg kicks, is what I really liked in the first couple of rounds.
Oh, this one's certainly not short on excitement.
A great fight for both guys. I mean, either one of these guys has anything to be ashamed of, win or lose. I mean, that was a great, great fight. And I was totally wrong. I figured he was going to come in to be a bomb squad wrestler.
Well, that's the thing, right? We really weren't expecting that. So, and we don't really know what to expect from the judges, but let's send it down to Bill Carpenter now for the particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, what a nice hand. These two fighters put on a great bout there. One pro fight between them coming into that fight. Let's go to the judges' scorecards. We have a split decision. Judge Wayne Lima scores the bout 29-28, Abdullah. Judge Ed LaMontagne scores it 30-27, Pingatore. And Judge Brian Miner scores it 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Joe Lights Out Pingatore.